Let's rank some internet websites. All right, so we got belongs to the streets, thought, Chad, simps, and irrelevant. These are all like social media apps. But like, all right, I'll bite. I'll bite. LinkedIn is irrelevant. I'm sorry, but LinkedIn was maybe good when it started, but it's really cringe right now. YouTube, I gotta rank chat because it's got a lot of trash going on, so it doesn't belong to the streets, but like they're not just simps and it's definitely not irrelevant. So we're gonna put YouTube middle of the pack. We were just talking about Twitch and IRC. I gotta rank them a little lower because of their poor content moderation policies. You hear that, Twitch? Pick a lane. Titties or no titties. Pick a lane. Stick with it. All right, we'll see you later, Laker. Twitter, we're dumping in irrelevant. It was good, and that's about the best thing that I would say about that. Instagram, owned by Facebook, is a massive L, but there's still a lot of people on there, and I can't think of a whole lot of websites that are photo specific posting. So I think I got to put it on YouTube. Like, I'd have an account there and I'd use it, but I don't like it. Vine, we got to rank Vine belongs to the streets. Rip Vine. Forever missed. Pornhub, there's only one place. We gotta put that. Not only because I'm pretty sure everybody on the internet has used Pornhub at one time or another, but they also drop like W after W in terms of like internet freedoms, or like they will host whatever, not just porn. So if there's information that government's trying to ban or whatever, they will put whatever you want on there. So Pornhub, massive W's across the board. Facebook, I gotta put down the Sims. It gets ranked lower than Facebook because it's basically dead site walking. Seems to be more popular with the older generation, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of bots on there. MySpace was really cool back in the day, but now it's not. Do we rank it as it was, or do we rank it as it is? Because as it is irrelevant, but as it was cool to have one, and everybody had one, and it was one of the best stages of the internet. So like, I'll rate it as it was. We'll rate all these websites because some of them are dead. So we'll rate them as their best selves. Pinterest. This is where my bias starts showing. I hate Pinterest so much because they garble Google image search with a bunch of low resolution images. Like, for whatever reason, if you search like, I don't know, cat bed on Google Images, and Pinterest inserts a image of a cat bed, it'll be like 200 pixels. And if you click on it, they won't just take you right to the image, they'll take you to the login page. So it's like, here's a blurry mess that doesn't help you, and if you click on it, you should just log in and use Pinterest. And they like occupy a large section of Google image search. However, all their garbage that they've packed in over the years aside, and all their Google image search sins aside, Pinterest remains one of the coolest websites for just seeing a bunch of ideas and brainstorming and putting together a bunch of things to look at to spark ideas. So I got to put it in Sims. Because like Twitch and Facebook, I would use it. I'm not happy about it. I don't think I've logged into my Pinterest in years, but it's got its place. Google Plus, I'm pretty sure was irrelevant when it was alive, and it's irrelevant now. So, RIP Google Plus is certainly one of the social networks of all time. Tumblr, I got to put up here. Because their content moderation was, again, like a little. They made some questionable decisions from their management, but they were goats when it came to porn and when it came to fan fictions. And I am pretty sure Twitter, Tumblr, and Reddit probably occupy the top 3 spots for funniest and most clever posts or responses on the internet. Like Twitter at its heyday, you could find some really funny stuff on there. Tumblr reblogs and like Tumblr comments, I still to this day see screenshots of like some clever Tumblr username and clever Tumblr comment, and it blows my mind how smart they are. The Tumblr community, Tumblr the site, especially since they got bought up by Verizon and sold again. But the community, goated. So hard carried by the community. Reddit, I got to rank Chad because, again, very, very poor decisions by their management, but their wealth of information and the sheer amount of communities and variation within those communities, there's no other site like him. Rip Dig, we will miss you. Snapchat, I got to put down in Sims, not only because of the obvious, but their core function was cool. Like send a photo to your friends as a chat. That at its very core was a very cool idea, and it got bungled up by we're gonna track your friends around. We're gonna try live streaming. We're gonna try like having this weird news feed built into the app. We're going to try all these funky effects. We're going to try adding AI. Now you've got like some AI. I actually deleted my Snapchat after they added their AI. And then there used to be a way to turn it off. So I turned it off. And then they removed the way to turn it off and brought it back. And then I removed it again through a different, I think you could block their AI. You could like report their AI for harassing you or something. There were some ways you could get around it and block the AI. They eventually removed all of them and forced it into it. And I was like, okay, look, you obviously don't get it. I don't want to use your AI. I don't want an AI companion. And I deleted it. Also, it just seems to be rife with simps. But, oh yeah, Snap goggles. Man, Snapchat. If you guys had stuck to just we send photos as chats and then done the goggles, and maybe like you can send photos as chats, but it's from your point of view, that would have been brilliant. Just those two things, tighten your scope, do what you're good at. It's this like baggage and these bad decisions that have just driven you all the way down to the bottom. You're gonna be here and irrelevant. You fuck up one more time, you're done. You're dangerously close to irrelevancy, Snapchat. Pull it together. Skype. I gotta put Skype in Chad for what it was, because we're judging on what they were at their peak. We're judging Skype as Chad. It's a Microsoft product, which is terrible. I don't remember it fondly, which was terrible. But before Discord came along, there was only one way to call your friends, like with the computer, and that was Skype. You could have a Skype phone number. You could call people around the world. I remember, so me and my friend, my dad's a Kiwi. We got family in New Zealand. I remember Skyping. We would just say, well, we'll Skype the New Zealand family, and we just pull out the computer. Boom. There's a video feed of your family on the other side of the world. They were the first ones to do that, I'm pretty sure. And if they weren't, they were the first ones to make it mainstream. And that was just it. It was awesome. You can Skype anywhere in the world basically for free, and they were like the first big name to do that. That was awesome. And then Discord came along and did it better, and then Microsoft kind of ran it into the ground. So Skype is now like not very good, but at its peak, it was up there. It was pretty cool. It's one of the like legendary things that ever happened on the internet. Or remember when all of a sudden you could just call anyone in the world for free? Like that legendary cornerstone of the internet. Except for it was Microsoft. So 4chan, I gotta put 4chan up in thought and I'm a little biased. I used to be much more of a cringe lord. Hard to believe, I know. And I used to frequent 4chan. And on the downsides, there are a bunch of cringe edgelords there, and a bunch of racist pricks, and it is truly a cesspool of the internet. But yeah, don't push it, Neat Nick. So 4chan is truly a cesspool of the internet. But out of all of the things that I've seen on the internet that made me wheeze, die laughing, the funniest things I've ever seen are from 4chan. To this day, green texts, which are basically like bulleted text list stories from 4chan, are still the goats of internet humor. Yes, I'm an old fag. I can Triforce. It's like one of my fondest memories of 4chan is every once in a while there'd be a Habbo Hotel raid thread, and everybody would log into this MMO game called Habbo Hotel, and we would all set up our characters to be a black guy with an afro and a suit, so we'd look like bodyguards or like limo drivers, and we'd like stand shoulder to shoulder and block the pool on the porch and spam pools closed in chat, and everyone in the lobby would have no idea what was going on. Would I do that today? Yes, probably. Maybe not with Black Afro Man, but like that was one of the funniest and most harmless pranks ever, because you can just join in the lobby. Like, you really want to get into your pixelated pool on your pixelated hotel balcony, we're not really impeding you, but it was hilarious to just have this completely senseless large group of people just show up and start doing something funny. Fondest memories. And their porn on 4chan, top tier. Still is. Top tier. And we can't forget the hacker known as 4chan, where every once in a while, if something really goes wrong on the internet, they emerge like some bastardized demonic corrective force that like will hack and release information and DDoS for generally the good of the internet. Like, if it comes out, some government is like, oh yeah, we're going to ban gay rights. You should, report gay people to this form. 4chan rolls up their sleeves and they're like, you want to spam that form with some bullshit? And they will DDoS that shit into the ground without question. So it's like they're very what's the Dungeons and Dragons way to describe this? They're very chaotic neutral. The good sides of 4chan are legendary. The bad sides of 4chan, like, alone should probably demand their erasure from the internet. But like in the middle, legendary website. They'll always hold a special place in my heart for their humor alone, because I've amassed a very large folder of hilarious memes purely from 4chan. We've pulled some of the funniest pranks off 4chan. Every once in a while, the hacker known as 4chan appears and does something spectacular, and that just can't be ignored. None of that can be ignored. I'm trying to be less cringe, but heaven knows that's not going very well. Hey. Discord. I gotta rank that up here in Chad. Like, it's another one of those websites where I use it, but I don't like it. Cause like Discord, please, if any Discord dev ever watches this, please, you need to understand that the more shitware you pack into your internet, your users will describe it as enshittification, and they will want to leave. Discord Nitro pays your bills. That's okay. You need money. All right. We don't want ads. So Discord Nitro, that's cool. I don't think I know a single person who wants minigames in their chat app or extra emotes in their chat app. Maybe. I don't. But maybe. None of my friends do. But maybe there are people who want emotes. But they don't want extra features. They don't want hosting or whatever. Tighten your scope lest you turn out like Snapchat. You are a chat app for voice and text, and for communities of people to get together and talk about things that they love, and sometimes live stream to each other. That should be it. Please, restrain your scope. Because if you add any more shitware to Discord, I swear to God I'll delete it. Because, like, good Lord, Discord, you're going down the drain. But, like Skype, cornerstone of the internet. I don't think there's another place in the conversation for gamer chat other than, like, TeamSpeak, which has its own challenges. So, like, Discord, again, extremely legendary. But good Lord, guys, you're screwing it up. Stop that. You're just a chat app. Stay in your lane. For the love of all things holy. Stay in your lane. It's all that everybody here should take a note. Stay in your freaking lane, unless you're Adam, and then you can just make a new project for whatever you want. So, if you're Adam, you just make another lane. But like everyone else here, stay in your lane. OnlyFans, I gotta rank it down here in simps because of the obvious, but also like they are really, really popular. I can't put them in irrelevant. They're not a dead website, and they're not unpopular. But it's full of simps. I don't know what else to say about it. I do not have enough money to pay to any OnlyFans creators. If I get enough followers and they demand it, I will make an OnlyFans. I won't post explicit content on there. Maybe the occasional feet pic, but I'd post on OnlyFans for paywalled content. But like, bloody hell, so many simps. So many simps. TikTok, I gotta put it here in Chad with the ones that I use but hate. I actually don't use TikTok. I hate ByteDance a lot, and I hate. They're another excellent example of stay in your lane. If TikTok would stream videos in short bite-sized versions and stick to their algorithm, it would be awesome, because it is among the most entertaining things that you can install on your phone these days. But the sheer amount of shitware they've packed in. Live streaming, okay. But like fundraisers, minigames, like what the hell are you doing? Just stick to what you're good at. There's something to be said for if you can do something well and expand into it, then you do not have to stay in your lane. Like if Snapchat could figure out live streaming and do it well, do it. My issue is a lot of these apps, they're just packing in shitware for the sake of shitware. And that doesn't make you better. That makes people want to leave. I've left a lot of these apps because they're just shit. I don't think LinkedIn has ever done anything for me. Snapchat is not good. Neither is TikTok. Discord's getting there. Discord, you're on a thin frickin' leash. Like, please, if you develop software, stay in your lane or knock it out of the park. One of those two, please. Although, not everything ever goes according to plan. So, anyway, here's the ratings. Vine and Pornhub rule the internet. You know, that's pretty much true.